Hi, guys. Let's talk about inheritance. And I'm not trying to stir up the hornet's nest or anything like that because that's the last thing really I ever plan on doing. But I see a lot of parents who are confused after their children decide to part ways. And this comes down to what the heck do I do with what I was going to leave my children, whether it was a dollar or family heirlooms, if they are a beneficiary on your 401k, if you had wanted to gift them something really special, whether it was a piece of jewelry or Nana's blanket. And I'm going to tell you the direction I chose to go because initially it was really hard because a lot of parents think, I still want to leave something for my kids. I still want to do something for them. I don't want to hurt my grandkids. I don't want to seem like I was an unloving person. And so, what do I do? I'm going to just tell you first and foremost, when I'm gone, I'm gone. I'm not going to know what happens or how people are going to react to the good news or the bad news. But I'm going to give you some suggestions, hoping that it will help you to move in the right direction and not only declutter, but free your mind from worry. So let's just say you don't have a lot of money, but maybe you have a vehicle that's paid off and you have three children and one has parted ways. So what do you do with one vehicle? Because you can't cut them in half. You can title the name to the two children you do have a relationship with and let them decide if one is going to buy the other one out. Let's say the vehicle's worth 2,000 and the one sibling has to pay the other one $1,000 if they want it, or they can share it, or they can decide to sell it outright, so neither one will have that responsibility. Let's say you have a 401k that has 10, 20, $50,000 in it. Well, after all is said and done, when it comes to your estate, let's just say there's 40,000 left. You have three children, two that do not talk with you, and one who does. Well, what are you going to do? Because you don't want the child that still has a relationship with you to suffer, because a lot of offspring, etc., will come out of the woodwork and go after the one that received everything. Well, you can just have an ironclad will that says, I left each one of my estranged children $1 and the rest is going to so and so, and that's my desire. You don't owe anyone an apology. You don't have to put anything down. You can, that's your final will and testament. The end, amen. Whatever you want to do, period, end of sentence. Make sure you have a good lawyer, because the minute the one left behind is dragged into court by the siblings, oh, it just becomes a mess. Well, what you can do currently, if you have a lot of stuff and you're looking to downsize, is just start donating to a local thrift store. You can donate to Homeless Veterans Initiative. You can designate certain things in your will to go to certain places. Um, I'm currently married, but let's just say well, I have a house and I have a vehicle, or let's just say my husband passed away suddenly and here I am and, we have things. You can set up your final will for everything to go to a charity of your choosing and let them sort it out. You can also designate your material possessions to go to friends. I have an extra daughter from another mother. She's in my will. I have a stepson. Um, there's things that will be left behind when all is said and done. So I just want to say those are things you can think about, but don't ever feel guilty for not wanting to include your estranged son or daughter in your will. I don't reward bad behavior. I'm not going to give someone money if they have completely disrespected me and told me they don't want to be a part of my life. And that's all there is to it. So don't feel guilty. Um, just write it down. What you can do initially is just write it down. Say, I want this to go to so and so, or I want a portion of my house to go to my best friend, or I would like so and so to have my books, and but just have it all written up with a lawyer so that when all is said and done, he can split everything the way you want, or else you can leave it to a friend. Leave it to your favorite cashier. How about your hairstylist? I mean, what about a nurse that's cared for you at the hospital? Or if you've had cancer, you can leave stuff to the Cancer Society. So think about it. There are people in your life who deserve to be rewarded, just not your estranged kids. So anyways, that's all there is to it. And I will be back.